Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We've got 3 hot stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the pack. Let's get started.
Quick news, no fluff. If you want to stay fully updated on everything happening in Formula One, make sure to subscribe here to GP at Home, because we bring you fresh videos every day, always straight to the point and respecting your time. And today's topic is Max Verstappen, who, despite finishing second at the Singapore Grand Prix, left Marina Bay with more concerns than satisfaction. The 4-time world champion from Red Bull admitted after the race that he battled with serious technical problems throughout the event. The team had taken a bold approach, starting him on soft tires in hopes of gaining an advantage over George Russell early on, but that strategy backfired. Verstappen explained that the inside line on the grid had very little grip, which forced him to focus only on surviving the opening stint and preserving the softs rather than attacking. Red Bull then reacted by bringing him in early for hard tires, hoping to stabilize his pace. But the biggest issue wasn't the strategy, it was the behavior of the car itself. Verstappen revealed that he faced repeated gear downshift problems, making braking and deceleration extremely tricky. On top of that, the rear of the RB21 felt unstable, causing constant difficulties when exiting corners. According to Verstappen, the car had a tendency to push the front under braking while simultaneously sliding at the rear, a nightmare combination that forced him to continuously adjust the balance and fight the car lap after lap. By the closing stages of the race, it was less about pace and more about survival mode just to secure second place. Still, despite all these obstacles, Verstappen held on to P2 and even showed a bit more consistency toward the final laps. But his remarks made one thing very clear: the RB21 still has vulnerabilities, especially under extreme track conditions like Singapore's high temperatures, heavy braking zones, and bumpy surface. The result looks solid on paper, beating both McLarens and walking away with another podium. But beneath the surface, it revealed weak points in Red Bull's package, and those issues need urgent solutions, not only to finish this season strongly, but also to ensure competitiveness heading into next year's campaign. So now the big question for fans: does Verstappen still have a real shot at fighting for second in the championship standings? Or, who knows, with a miraculous late-season charge, could he even stay alive in the title fight? Because if the car continues to behave this inconsistently, it might be too much even for Max to overcome. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Can Verstappen still turn this around? Or will the RB21's instability keep him out of the championship picture?
Hey friends, how's it going? We've got some drama, or at least what looked like drama, inside McLaren after the Singapore Grand Prix. Right after the race, cameras caught a moment that quickly went viral. Oscar Piastri apparently disconnecting the team radio while CEO Zak Brown was congratulating everyone on securing the Constructors' Championship. In the footage, Zak Brown can be heard thanking the drivers and crew for their hard work and celebrating the achievement. But before he could even finish his message, Piastri's radio cut out. To make matters worse, Piastri was also absent from the team's podium celebration after the race. That double incident immediately sparked speculation across the paddock and on social media. Was Piastri upset? Was there tension between him, Norris, and McLaren's leadership? During the race itself, Piastri had shown clear frustration over certain strategy calls, especially when battling his teammate, Lando Norris. So, at first glance, his silence after the race and absence from the podium festivities seemed like a sign of dissatisfaction or even disrespect. But as often happens in Formula One, not everything is what it looks like. McLaren leader clarified the situation to motorsport.com. According to the team, Piastri didn't actually cut off Zak Brown mid-sentence. What happened is that by the time Brown's message came through, Piastri had already switched off the car in Parc Fermé, which automatically disabled his radio. In other words, he never heard the message in the first place. It wasn't a snub, just a timing issue. The team also explained why Piastri wasn't seen celebrating on the podium with Norris and the crew. The reason was tied to Formula One's official schedule. After every race, drivers are immediately directed to the media pen for mandatory interviews with broadcasters. While Norris was already near the podium because of his third-place finish, Piastri was still locked into his media obligations. McLaren emphasized that the post-race podium gathering was meant for engineers and mechanics only, but since Norris happened to be there, it gave the impression that Piastri was excluded. To clear the air and stop the rumor mill, McLaren later organized an official team photo in the pit lane, with both Piastri and Norris celebrating together as usual. This was their way of showing that despite some tense radio moments during the race, there is no rift inside the team. Right now, the focus returns to the Drivers' Championship fight, where Piastri remains in the lead with a 22-point advantage over Lando Norris. The team insists that both drivers and management are aligned, and the so-called radio drama was nothing more than a misunderstanding. But now I want to hear from you. Do you believe McLaren's explanation and think this was all just bad timing? Or do you suspect there might still be some hidden frustration from Piastri? And most importantly, who do you think will come out on top in this McLaren title fight? Piastri or Norris? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Hey friends, how's it going? We're starting the day with an important piece of Formula One news, reported by the Swiss outlet Blick. And remember, if you don't want to miss any updates, make sure you're subscribed here to the channel and notifications are on, because we bring you news every single day, always direct and without unnecessary filler. So, let's get to it. The strong debut season of Gabriel Bortoleto in Formula One is already starting to generate serious opportunities. According to Blick, the young Brazilian is now firmly on Ferrari's radar as a potential signing for the 2027 season. This interest comes at a turbulent moment for the Italian team. Performance from Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton has fallen below expectations, with both drivers struggling to extract results. The car itself hasn't helped either. Ferrari's 2025 campaign has been chaotic, marked by technical issues, questionable strategy calls, and repeated pit stop errors. Even the much-anticipated arrival of Hamilton, which was supposed to push the Scuderia forward, hasn't delivered the immediate impact many were expecting. With both Hamilton and Leclerc only under contract until the end of 2026, Ferrari is already evaluating fresh options to prepare for the new regulation cycle that begins in 2027. And journalist Roger Benoit reports that Bortoleto is one of the prime candidates to step in if either Hamilton or Leclerc moves on at the end of their deals. It's worth remembering that just a few days ago, news broke that Leclerc's management has already held talks with at least 3 teams for 2027. The Monegasque has made it clear that if Ferrari cannot deliver a competitive car next year, his long-term future with the team is very uncertain. That potential opening is exactly why Ferrari is keeping a close eye on young talent. As for Bortoleto, his current contract with Sauber also runs only until 2026. This would make him a free agent right when Ferrari needs a replacement, giving him the option to either renew with Sauber or take a career-defining leap into a top team like Ferrari. Alongside Bortoleto, Blick also mentions Oscar Piastri, the current McLaren driver and championship leader. Piastri is also being watched closely as Ferrari considers a younger, highly committed driver who can deliver consistent results. But Bortoleto stands out not just because of his speed, but also because of the maturity and composure he has shown in his rookie season, qualities Ferrari desperately wants as they restructure. So the big question now, should Gabriel Bortoleto seriously consider Ferrari for his future, or would it be wiser to continue building his path with Sauber, where he's finding stability and strong results? I want to know your take in the comments. If you were Bortoleto, would you gamble on Ferrari in 2027, or stay where the environment is less pressured?